Welcome to Nuka Nights. Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great time in the wasteland. If you want to support Nuka Nights, make sure to like this video, subscribe the channel and activate all alerts. This helps the YouTube algorithm to spread the video and grow the channel. I'm on the new PTS again, and we have a new update for the Gleaming depth update, which will be coming in December. And what was added in this update are raids. And I'm currently inside of a raid. I will now show you all 5 stages of the raid, give you some insights on the enemies, and also show you the rewards for each stage of the raid. And these are the 5 stages of the raid. First, the EN06 Guardian bot. Second, the Tunnel Boring Drill. Third, the Enclave Squad Epsilon. Fourth, the Ultragenetic Horde. And 5, the Ultracite Terror, which is the giant snake. Before we start, I have some data mining fun fact for you. There's a public event section in the raid set up and it's set to very easy. But I dare to say it's not very easy. I first went in the raid with my bloodied commando build and that didn't work out well, so I switched to my heavy build with power armor. And it was also a bloodied power armor build, and I even changed that to a full life heavy gunner build. Everyone in the raid currently is playing the full life heavy gunner because you really need to be tanky, and this is the best setup currently. Maybe if we know the raid better, a commando build will work out too, but currently I'd recommend to go in there with a full life heavy gunner build. And here you can see my full life heavy gunner raid build for this PTS. The weapons I'm using in the raid are this anti-armor faster fire rate 50 cal machine gun and a vampire explosive 50 cal machine gun. And here's the power armor I'm using. It's an Overeater Union power armor with 2 pieces of Sentinel. This grants a pretty good poison resistance and also very good carry weight, while the Overeater's effects grants us 30% damage reduction additional to the resistances we have already. We just have to keep our hunger filled by using perfect bubblegum. Let's start right in the beginning. To enter the raid you need to go to the Gleaming depth, which is a new location in Ash Heap. Join or start a new raids team, which gives you more weapon durability, and then go to the Gleaming depth instance and enter as a team leader or help the team leader in the raid. Once you've entered the location, you will find a room where you have all the workbenches, power armor station, all stash boxes, and also a perk loadout machine to manage your build and maybe rearrange some perk cards to get ready for the raid. As I mentioned earlier, I went in first as a bloody commando build, but I quickly decided to use my heavy gunner build and go on full health to have the best chances to go through this raid. By the way, after every raid stage you will find a room with all workbenches, power armor station and a perk card manager to rearrange your build maybe or choose another gear to get ready for the next stage. Also, after every stage, your progress will be saved, so you can exit the raid anytime and start again from this stage you're currently in, depending on the team leader's progress. So when the team leader leads you to stage 3 and you manage stage 3, and you go later on the next day in again as a team leader by yourself, you will start on stage 3 and you don't have to finish the other stages first. By the way, this is how the new prefix and suffix system works. It's in the Pip-Boy right beside collections, and you can choose your prefix and suffix you want to use in the Pip-Boy. This will appear right beside your in-game name in the team. But now let's get to the first stage, the EN06 Guardian. It's basically a mounted sentry bot on a round platform that has a shield that has to be destroyed before you can destroy the robot. The bot is already really strong and it's always a good idea to find some cover behind the pillars. What works pretty good is to shoot the backplate of the bot while the bot is not turning towards you, and then take cover again when it turns towards you. When the shield is destroyed you can deal damage to the robot. But in the same time, the room will also heat up. There are several doors on the sides of the arena where you can take cover in the rooms to survive the extreme heat. If you don't manage to get in one of the protection rooms, you will die from the extreme heat. And if you die in a raid, you will not respawn. You will be in spectator mode until the stage is finished. This is similar to what we experienced in Nuclear Winter back then. Actually, I think it would be much better to be able to revive your teammates instead of having the spectator mode, but that's something that Bethesda should overthink. So now you can see the health of the bot is reduced as we've dealt damage when the shield was down. So now the goal is again to destroy the shield of the bot again and deal more damage. It obviously would be much better if we've destroyed the robot when the shield was down the first time. After we've managed to destroy this robot, this first stage is finished and we get our first rewards. Also, this progress will be saved, of course. This time we managed to destroy the robot while the room was overheating, and although I died, we made it to the next stage. Now let's check out some info about the Guardian bot and also about the rewards of stage 1. So this is the entry of the Guardian bot, and here we have some interesting perks. It's immune to radiation, it's immune to poison, and it can't be crippled or staggered. The health is actually in a curve named tier 57, and this curve has a health on level 100 of 544,599 health points. We also have some other keywords here, like for example it's not slowing down on cryo attacks. So now let's check out the rewards of stage 1. We get some XP, some caps, and also a legendary random item, some raid rewards stage 1 and some trophies stage 1. The trophy is the EN06 Guardian Bot Raid Trophy. The raid rewards are contextual ammo, 8 caps, camps, some components, junks, etc., resources, serum. You can get some serums, legendary shards, which are legendary mods. You can get new power armor parts, the Vulcan power armor, the Vulcan power armor mods, and Vulcan power armor receipts to craft the Vulcan power armor. And you can get the weapon Valkyrie, which is a troubleshooter Gatling laser with 25% weapon speed and 10% chance to cause the player be invisible. I'm not sure if that's helpful, but okay. And also has a 4th star. When crippling limbs, they explode and deal up to 150 explosion damage to nearby targets. And this is what the EN06 Guardian trophy for your camp looks like. Now let's get to stage 2, the tunnel boring drill. The goal here is quite simple. You have to fuel the drill so that it can dig a path forward downside in Gleaming depth. After activating this stage, the fuel bar on the bottom will show up and you can fill it by bringing the fuel canisters from the mines, but you can only carry 1 canister each. You can deal easily with most enemies there, but if you meet this one, the Ultragenetic Mole Mana Stalker, then run, because when he hits you once, you're dead, no matter what your perks or your armor are. And then after you've managed to fill the whole fuel bar for the drill, the stage is complete and the drill will dig a path forward. Now let's check out the rewards of stage 2. Again, we will get XP, caps and also a trophy. And also the raid rewards for stage 2. The trophy in this case is the plan for the tunnel boring drill raid trophy. And this is the tunnel boring drill trophy for your camp. And the rewards for the raid stage 2 are the plan for the Enclave Epsilon Squad Scout Armor. This is a paint. This is the Enclave Epsilon Squad Scout Armor paint. And this is contextual ammo. 8 caps, chems, components like junk, etc., serums again. Then we have legendary mods again, the plans for the Vulcan power armor, the mods for the Vulcan power armor, and also the parts itself. And we also have a weapon called Drill Fist. And this is the Drill Fist. It has armor penetration, 50% limb damage, and plus 3 strength. And also has a 4th perk when dealing damage, 50% chance to not use AP, 10% chance for auto melee weapons. This unarmed gauntlet is actually a modified version of the Settler's Gauntlet, which is basically the best unarmed weapon in the game currently. And it also has drills on it, but it's not an auto melee weapon. And also in the rewards you can either get the weapon itself as a plan, and there's also a mod called Ultracite bits that you can get for this weapon. And now stage 3, Enclave Squad Epsilon. Now this room requires teamwork. Each member of the Enclave Epsilon Squad has a shield which is powered by a generator. On each side of the room there's a big letter. A, B and C mark the different shield generator rooms. Your goal is to destroy the shield generators, and while the generator is destroyed, kill the according Epsilon Squad member. But when a generator is destroyed, the repair bots will go to the destroyed generator right away and repair it again. So your team has to split up. One part of your team needs to destroy the generators, while the other part is killing the Epsilon Squad members one after the other. So we completed stage 3, now let's check out the rewards. There are again XP, caps and the raid rewards, and there's also this trophy. The trophy is this time the Enclave Epsilon Squad Raid Trophy. This is what the Epsilon Squad Trophy looks like. And the raid rewards are a plan for the Enclave Epsilon Squad Combat Armor Paint. And here you can see the Enclave Epsilon Squad Combat Armor Paint. And also contextual ammo, 8 caps, chems, some components, and also serums again. Legendary shards, which are legendary mods, legendary modules also, and the Vulcan power armor parts, plans, and mods again. Also, we have a new weapon, which is the Resolve Breaker, and another weapon, which is the Strike Breaker. It's called Strike Breaker in the files, but it's actually the plan for the Flatliner. The weapon is called Flatliner. Let's check out the Resolve Breaker first. Its damage increases up to 95% as health decreases, so it's bloodied. Replenish 15 action points with each kill, and plus 50 damage resistance while aiming. And there's also a 4-star. When reloading, emit a shockwave that stuns nearby targets for 5 seconds, 10 seconds cooldown. And although it only has 4 stars, there's also a 5th effect. Fires 2 projectiles per shot, so it's basically a 2-shot bloodied auto-grenade launcher. The Flatliner deals plus 50% damage to humans, has plus 50% chance to hit a target in VATS, plus 100% faster movement speed while aiming, and the 4-star effect is plus 50% damage against legendary and raid combatants. And now stage 4, the Ultragenetic Horde. This facility is a pretty cool location with a lot of ultracite crystals, and those crystals are the only way to harm the Horde. When you lift the security lockdown, the facility will fill up with a lot of creatures. All of them together count as the Ultragenetic Horde. Your goal is to kill them all by destroying the crystals. The crystals will harm or kill the creatures nearby, so you need to lure them towards the nearby crystals and then quickly destroy it to kill them. When all creatures are killed, the stage is complete. You cannot harm the creatures by shooting them. Only the crystals can harm them. Now let's check out the rewards of stage 4. Again, we have XP and caps and the raid rewards for stage 4. And we have the trophies for stage 4. The trophy for stage 4 is Ultragenetic Stalker Raid Trophy. This is what the Mole Miner Stalker trophy looks like. The raid rewards for stage 4 are the Ultracite generator, and this is what the Ultracite generator looks like. You can build this in your camp, and this is basically the shield generator of the stage 3 with the Enclave Epsilon squad. Contextual ammo, aids, caps, chems, components, resources, serums again, legendary modules, legendary mods, the Vulcan power armor, parts, mods and plants again, and the weapon Cauterizer and the weapon Lickety Split. The Cauterizer is this weapon. It's a two-hand melee weapon and it's a vampire's. Restores 2% health over 2 seconds when you hit a target. It has 50% critical damage and plus 15 bonus critical watts charge. And it has a 4th star also. The 4th star is the greater the number of combat targets around you, the greater your damage output. That seems like a crowd control weapon. And it also has some hidden effects, like plus 25% AP cost, plus 6 fire damage, and plus 5 armor penetration. And this is the Lickety Split. It's basically a juggernaut. Damage increases up to plus 25% as health increases. Replenish 15 action points with each kill. When reloading, gain plus 250 ballistic damage and energy damage resistance. And the 4th star is when attacking outside of watts, deal plus 50% bonus weak point damage. And there are also hidden effects again. Minus 20% projectile damage, but railway spike explode for 30 damage. I'm actually not sure if this combination is helpful for anybody. And now, finally, stage 5, Ultracite Terror. In this final raid stage, you will fight the Ultracite Terror, which is the giant snake you already know from the trailers. First you make a way to the small island in the middle of the deadly Ultracite liquid. After that, the stone bridge will disappear, so make sure to pass it all together, otherwise someone will die in the Ultracite liquid before you begin with the fight. This fight requires you to be really tanky and deal a lot of damage at the same time. Dodge the attacks of the Ultracite Terror and keep an eye on where you stand. The yellow acid liquid can kill you fast. Also make sure to not get blown in the green liquid to survive. There are also several stages in this fight where you have to destroy the Ultracite Terror tail. Currently there are some strange unpredictable mechanics like some instant kill of the whole team. I'm not sure why this happens or if this is a bug, but I hope this gets fixed. Well, in the end we were able to defeat the Ultracite Terror and complete the raid. Let's have a look at the stats of the Ultracite Terror. This is the entry for the Ultracite Terror, which is called Scorched Tongue, also in the files. And here we have some perks like immune to radiation and immune to poison. And also it can't be crippled. It also has a health entry. This is 500,000 health, but this is not the health it actually has. The actual health is in this curve. And in this curve it has on level 100 641,055 health points. That's a lot. And here are the possible rewards for stage 5, which is called here Scorched Tongue module. Well, there are XP and caps again, of course, the rewards for stage 5, and the trophy for stage 5, which is the Ultracite Terror Raid Trophy. And this is the Ultracite Terror Trophy for your camp. The raid rewards for stage 5 are contextual ammo, 8 caps, cams, components again, resources, serums again, modules, legendary mods of course, and secret operative under armor. The secret operative under armor is basically the Enclave operative under armor, but it additionally has the effect of the scaly skin mutation, which is minus 50 AP, plus 50 damage resistance and plus 50 energy resistance. I was actually never using this mutation because of the minus in AP. So now the rest of the stage 5 rewards, the Vulcan power armor and Vulcan power armor mods and plans are available again, and also a new weapon again, the Boiling Point, and the Ultracite Terror Sword. The Ultracite Terror Sword is the sword I got from the rewards of this video in the raid. It has armor penetration, plus 40% weapon speed, minus 40% damage taken while power attacking, and the 4-star, when a combat target is poisoned, deal plus 50% bonus damage. And there are 2 additional effects again, minus 5 durability, and the last one, applies 30 poison for 10 seconds on contact. And this is the last weapon, the Boiling Point. First take a look at that skin, that really looks great I think. The first effect is a furious effect, then the second one is plus 50% bash damage, plus 50% reload speed. The 4th star is when a combat target is burning, deal plus 50% bonus damage. That's really good in a flamer. And there's also plus 25 poison resistance and minus 5 durability. So if you're planning on making a pyromaniac build, this is your weapon. And last but not least, the Vulcan power armor. This is the Vulcan torso, which has already pretty good stats, and it has a set bonus, which is plus 25% AP regeneration rate, and also plus 25% fusion core duration. So there are also interesting 4-star mods with AP, and also the AP cost on heavy weapons have reduced a lot. So this might be your armor if you are planning on a VETS heavy gunner build with the best AP use. I'm also planning on a VETS heavy gunner, but more about that later. That's all for this video. Make sure to check out nukanites.com. You will find all ongoing and upcoming events, current daily ops, new codes, current season progress, articles about the latest event rewards and topics, as well as some tools like an interactive action points calculator. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.